the arrogance of permanence, and the neglect of the inevitable departure. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praise is due to Allah, who created death and life to test you as to which of you is best indeed. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, the creator of the heavens and the earth. And I bear witness that Muhammad is his servant and messenger, who called for reflection and contemplation on the purpose of existence. Our topic today is one of the strange behaviors of human beings, the arrogance of permanence and the neglect of the inevitability of departure. How can man live as if he is eternal in this world, even though he sees death circling around him every day and escorts his loved ones to their graves, yet he continues to cling to life, heedless of its purpose and goals? 1. The inevitability of death in the Holy Qur'an. Death is a divine law. Allah the Almighty says, "Every soul will taste death, and you will only be given your full compensation on the day of resurrection." Al-Imran 185. This verse presents to us the absolute truth. Every soul is destined to die, and this life is nothing but a station of testing. The worldly life is mere play and amusement. Allah the Almighty says, "And this worldly life is nothing but diversion and amusement, and indeed the home of the hereafter, that is the true life, if only they knew." 64. Even though man sees the perishing nature of this world with his own eyes, he clings to illusions of eternity, heedless of the hereafter. 2. Man's contradiction with his reality. He witnesses death daily but denies its nearness. Man witnesses the death of loved ones, buries his relatives and friends, yet he lives in a state of denial, as if death will never knock on his door. Imam Ali, the commander of the faithful, peace be upon him, said, "I have never seen a certainty without doubt that resembles a doubt without certainty as much as death." The illusion of permanence and the arrogance of life. Man assumes he will live forever because of his success, strength, or youth, even though he knows those before him were also strong and young, and they ended up as dust. Imam Hasan, peace be upon him, said, "How strange is the son of Adam! He rejoices in this world while it is turning away from him, and he turns away from the hereafter while it is approaching him." 3. The passing of life like a shadow. Time passes swiftly. When a person reflects on his life, he feels it pass like a shadow, long years condensed into fleeting memories. Allah the Almighty said, Allah will say, "How many years did you remain on earth in number?" They will say, "We remained a day or part of a day." 1:12 to 1:13. Heedlessness of the passage of life. Man sees the years passing by, yet remains busy with trivial matters, heedless of the grand purpose of his existence. Imam Zain al-Abidin, peace be upon him, said, "O son of Adam, you are destroying your lifetime ever since your mother gave birth to you." 4. The purpose of existence. Reflecting on the creation of the heavens and the earth. Allah the Almighty says, "Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the alternation of the night and the day are signs for those of understanding." Al-Imran 190. Contemplation upon the universe awakens man from his heedlessness and reminds him of his weakness before the greatness of the Creator. The goal of life. Allah the Almighty says, "And I did not create the jinn and mankind except to worship me." Ad-Dariyat 56. The ultimate purpose of human existence is the worship of Allah and striving for the hereafter, not clinging to a fleeting life. 5. The danger of being deceived by life. Complete forgetfulness of death. Being deceived by worldly life leads to heedlessness in preparing for the meeting with Allah. Imam al-Sadiq, peace be upon him, said, "Remember death when you sleep and when you rise from your sleep." Immersion in worldly life. Being deceived by life leads man to pursue wealth and status, forgetting that he will leave everything behind. The Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, said, "The son of Adam says, 'My wealth, my wealth.' But do you have of your wealth anything other than what you ate and consumed, or wore and wore out, or gave in charity and thus preserved?" 6. How can man free himself from the arrogance of permanence? Frequent remembrance of death. The Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, said, "Increase your remembrance of the destroyer of pleasures, i.e. death, for whenever it is mentioned amidst abundance, it diminishes it, and whenever it is mentioned amidst scarcity, it amplifies it." Contemplation of the hereafter. Imam Ali, peace be upon him, said, "Indeed, this world is vanishing, and the hereafter is everlasting, so turn to what is eternal and leave what is perishing." C. Working for the hereafter. Man must make his life a means for the hereafter and strive to do good as much as he can. Allah the Almighty says, "So race toward forgiveness from your Lord and a garden as wide as the heavens and the earth." Al-Hadid 21. 7. Conclusion. Dear brothers and sisters, we are living in a transient world, not a permanent home, and every day brings us a step closer to the grave. Let us reflect on our lives and our actions, and make death a preacher that motivates us to strive for the hereafter, so we may attain the pleasure of Allah and His paradise. We ask Allah to make us among those who listen to the word and follow the best of it, and to grant us a good ending and His satisfaction in this world and the hereafter. Peace and mercy of Allah be upon you all. You've been watching Sacred Narratives Hub, presented by Mansoureh Shobeyri.